everyone. I wanted to share another video with you on some of the things that I do for reloading some of the new toys that I've bought and so on and so on. I have a reloading, but I think this is a Lee, this is a RCBS, and these are plastic reloading trays when you're doing some reloading naturally. Well, I made my own, and there's a reason why I made it. I like to use something like brass butter, a spray. And so when you spray on these plastic trays to get your lube on before you press it, you leave a residue of oil on there. It's just not very good. So what I did was, I had some boxes made up, or trays out of timber. And the reason why I made it that way, because when you're spraying across like this, you can hit all of them with a few short sprays. Very little is wasted. And I guess the best part of this is that the oil soaks up into the wood, so it doesn't leave a residue. There is no mess. Now, these are 270 7mm Remington Magnums, and they work out really well for these trays because they are tall. And notice there's a difference in height. This is the 223. I'll do the smaller 223 here, and I'll also do the 270 in this big one. That works out well too when I reload. These are all nozzle partition bullets that I reload for hunting, and also use it for target practice. You see, when you spray, you get the spray on this top part, which is the most critical. So when this goes inside your die, that oil that's on here spreads all the way to the bottom. So there's no need to roll it. And in the case of a 7mm where you've got the edge, you only roll a small part of it. So by using the spray, I get the spray around, and then when I press it, the oil comes down all the way and lubricates to the bottom. But I find that this way I don't waste much oil, because when I hit it from one side, then the other side, I go all 360 degrees and I leave no residue. So that works out really, really good. Now, how did I make this? So it's very simple. I'll show it because I think it's important to understand that not everybody has a CNN machine or a proper press. We all kind of, work on a budget. So what I did was, you can see I've got two layers here. I used an ordinary drill, but the ordinary drill doesn't have a square bottom. I don't have a large drill here. Oh yes, I do. Here they are. So when you use the drill, you've got this V shape. So when you drill it, you leave a V bottom, but I wanted a square bottom. So that was easy. What we did was, I drilled first 1/2 inch, or it's probably close to 3/4 inch. I drilled that and got a nice straight hole all the way to the bottom. Then I glued another piece on the bottom, so that I now have a flat bottom underneath my cases. And so every time that I am decapping them and then lubricating them to go to decap, I actually get a chance to do the proper spray. The oil absorbs in here, the cases stand firm and they stand well, and I can use two different ones, one for the smaller cases and then one for the rest of my bigger ones that cover 7mm, 270, and do the 223 out of here. I also made the back so that they hang for me upside down, they dry out, and there is no oil, there is no mess here. Now, another thing I did recently, I came across the Creedmoor OL gauge measurement, and these are very, very nice. With two, you actually get to cover all the cartridges pretty well, and these are really, really good value. I saw these advertised on YouTube, and I thought I'd give them a try. It wasn't very expensive, but you can use the measuring gauge You select the right caliber, you put them on, you lock them into place, and then you check your measurements of your reload. Now I have some 223s in OEM factory made, 3 different cases I bought to check, and then I also reloaded some of my own based on the ogive setting for my rifles. I always get 5 cases and I send them away and get them done. The other thing I found also that the deburring trimming tool that I have, I wasn't happy with. So I bought some Lee tools and I put them in a nice box so that I can keep them always rust free. And so this cheap box came from Michael's Supply, not very expensive, and I'm able to get by cheaply. Not everybody has a lot of money or extensive machinery to make something special, but this is very easy. You cut it out, dimensions don't matter. This is quite handy. I get 2, 4, 6, 8, 4 eighths of 32 case here. I usually don't shoot any one caliber on a day more than 20 or 25, maximum 30. So that's enough for me to reload if I'm going for a day shooting. With the 223, of course, you fire a little bit more. So I put 2, 4, 6, 8, 5 eighths of 40 because I can fire more of those. So that works out really good. I very rarely reload 200 or 300 cases. I'll go out to a range. I might fire 20, 30 out of the big guns and maybe 30 out of the smaller gun. So when I come back, I find that my velocities are recorded all. And what I've done is I've done a spreadsheet to help me record everything. It's like this: I do caliber, I do the projectile, which one it is, the grains, the barrel length, what I've done, and then I record that particular case, cartridge oval length, the ojo, the velocity, and I put each velocity here, what I've done, and that way I can keep a record of them. I've got them for the every bullet size, every caliber that I have. I save them in an Excel spreadsheet, and then when I need, I can easily compare them. Of course, I've got the nozzle hand loading. That's what I use. I load mostly out of nozzle bullets, the accubants, and the partitions. So just a couple of little lights. I love these. Easily made, very practical solution to reloading cases. Well, hope you like it. That's my reloads in the 7mm 270, and these are some of the bought 223s. The other ones are somewhere else that I've reloaded. So I'm in one of those boxes. So guys, happy reloading. The days are coming. We've got to get ready for the hunting season here in USA. And have a great day.